Hello, everybody. Welcome to the next session of From Nothing, Lorelei's story. We're going to pick up where we left off, in the middle of the woods. You have just had an encounter where some foolish bandits attempted to deceive you, and you and your party saw right through it. You're on your way to Greywick. You have Mr. Jax Darrow and Curtis Stokes with you. Really, this is Curta's mission, and you've just kind of been dragged along, but that's fine.
Roped into it, as she said.
You know, I mean, you got to get your experience somewhere.
Trial by fire.
Indeed.
Like always.
So, let's go ahead and... Hold on a minute. Where is my music? It does exist. You'd think I'd be ready. There it is. Okay. As we dive back in, Elle. It is pretty early in the afternoon as you are traveling through the Goldwood. And the journey to Greywick, you have, quite a ways to go. But you have plenty of daylight ahead of you today. So, as you're proceeding, Curta is kind of leading the march. In part because she's good at survival. I think, in fact, the best amongst your group. I'd like to know if there's a way that you're trying to help. But also I'd like to know... The woods... I don't know how comfortable Elle is out in the woods. She's kind of a city girl, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she is, because she's born and raised Taka.
Yep.
Never left the city until now.
Didn't really need to, honestly.
No, not
okay.
really. Everything was kind of there. So.
Big city and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let's see. Would she be in wonder, or would she be scared at every turn?
That's a good question. I'm very curious as to the answer, really. What kind of vibe is she giving off, and is she trying to hide it? If it's a negative one, or a positive one. What's her headspace?
Hide her emotions.
Oh, I see. Well.
Uh-huh.
I'm really curious as to what sort of impression she's giving to Jax and Curta.
Well, let's see. One of her favorite places was on the cliffs of Taka, with all those cliff flowers.
Yeah, and the beautiful sweeping views of the Crystal Ocean just south, like watching the suns rise and set from that viewpoint would have been incredibly, almost like romanticizing. It would be impossible not to feel creative or just inspired looking at that sort of view.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna choose to think that she's more wonderment than scared.
Okay.
Just for that sole fact.
Now, also, you did say she's trying to hide that, right?
Yeah, let's roll something here. Is she gonna be like, yeah, it's whatever,
Okay.
20.
Okay, hold on. 20. Oh man, Curta ties you. Okay, hold on. What about Jax? Okay. Jax doesn't seem to read anything into it, but Curta catches a glimpse on a tie, meets it, beats it. Curta gets an inkling of what Elle is truly feeling. And so now I need to ask, what does that look like? What does Elle, being almost in awe, full of wonder out here, what does that look like?
I think to Jax, it's hands in the jacket pocket, just kind of strolling. She kind of, but and there's no real like. She almost looks a little bored to
Okay.
Jax, but to Kurta, um, it's the eyes are going everywhere, looking at things like the gaze is lingering on certain aspects like that of beauty and um, even the slight wander to kick up something to see how it reacts.
Okay. Sure. I think Kurta would be mildly amused, but she wouldn't say anything, at least not prompted.
Mhm.
However, Jax would say, "It's really pretty out here. I don't know about the. Well, Kurta, I'm sure you've seen days like this constantly, but growing up in a town, I never got to see something like this too often."
Me either, but Taka has its own wonders.
What kind? And Jax seems genuinely curious. Or he's very good at faking it. Actually, in this moment, I'd like to know just a quick little history on Elle. When she would be up on those cliffs and would see the sunrise, there's a common myth around the sunrise in Amaranth. As you know, Anth, the planet, has two suns. It orbits around Pyrrhus and Tyrrus. Pyrrhus being the big golden sun, and Tyrrhus being the smaller blue one. Every morning, those stars are slightly different positions on the horizon. When Pyrrhus, the giant golden sun, is the dominating view, it's a hopeful morning, often seen as a moment where people can aspire great dreams or where creatives try and accomplish new things. And when Pyrrhus and Tyrrhus are much closer together, when they seem to be almost even in distance as if they are dancing, it's called a dancer's morning. And that is often seen as a day where people should revel in what they have, or joyous celebrations can happen, not necessarily as good fortune as a hopeful morning, but almost like a day of intrigue and interest. And then a day where the suns have Tyrrhus, the closest sun, which often means that the smaller blue sun is in front of Pyrrhus, almost eclipsing it. It's called a vengeful morning, and that is seen as a day of trouble, or a day of, well, a day to avoid battle, because surely it will not go your way. Obviously, that doesn't quite make sense, considering everybody is waking up under the same sunrise. However, these are the myths as they happen. So, with that in mind, does Lorelei have a preference between the three sunrises?
Oh, definitely, because she was with the tithes for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, or a lot of times, when you're with a group or you're in that kind of lifestyle, superstition kind of rules.
It does.
I think. Yeah. So, on days where Pyrrhus is in front, a good omen day, that's when the tithes are out on the street and busy.
So the hopeful morning, okay.
Uh-huh.
For the sake of the recording, I'm going to post what that might look like.
Okay.
This is a hopeful morning.
Yeah.
Tyrrhus, obviously, in the distance. Every morning that there's a hopeful morning, I wonder, would the tithes have gotten into more trouble just because they're out more aggressively?
Probably. It'd be an early morning out, and then you do as much as you can until the heat gets A little too much.
Yeah.
And then you stop, full stop, and you count
People
your
start
blessings.
noticing, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, okay. Well, roll me a d6.
Okay. And I just want to add to this. On mornings like this, if a job was that's a one. If a job was to be done on that day, it would go through. But on a day that Tyrus is in front,
A vengeful
uh,
morning, yeah. Just
it'd be delayed until
oh, so they really dove into the superstition.
probably.
Okay,
That's
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 interesting.
my thoughts.
Well,
Um,
with a 1, you kind of glance up at the skies and you see that Pyrrhus is by far the dominating star in the sky, and Tyrrhus is off in the distance, a tiny blue speck hidden far behind it. It is a very hopeful day. So if those superstitions might run deep, that might be a good day to be
Yeah.
out here.
So going back to Jax's question, I think she would go over just describing the cliffs in Taka with the sea aster um, among the pretty white cliff flowers,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and just kind of describe the mornings and how when Pyrrhus was in front, that was going to be a good day. And she'll look up at the sky and see that is exactly today.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll say, maybe we should pick up the pace and get there a little quicker.
You don't have to tell
And-
me twice, Curtis says, who's already in the lead and is still marching. You're the one slowing us down.
What's that supposed to mean?
You're slower than me.
Little legs.
You all move exactly the same speed.
Uh-huh. Yeah. But she's gonna be indignant about it. Of
Sure.
course.
Yeah. But the truth of the matter is you all move at 30 feet per round. She's just mean. Jack says, it doesn't seem like you're that much faster to me. Where I grew up, we didn't really, we've all heard about, the stories of the hopeful versus the vengeful. And I think you're right. It would be nice to have Paris on our side whenever we get to Greywick. How far is it, by the way? And Curta glances over her shoulder. 18 more hours. Hey, okay.
Really? I thought we were much closer than that.
No. The bandits
Okay.
delayed us.
Okay.
She-
Let's go.
You guys continue onward. Do me a favor and roll me a d20.
Right. Oh,
Okay.
6.
So Curta gets a 10 on her survival with that. Which is basically you guys are following the road, but there's a lot. The road at this point, there's parts where it's narrowing, parts where the brush is growing over the pathway and makes it difficult to continue. And I'm afraid you lose a little time just having to backtrack and re-find the path. Excuse me, several times. But you're heading in the right direction. It's just a little slower than you might like. And Curta is clearly getting frustrated. Which seems like it's pretty easy to do. She seems like she gets frustrated quickly.
Uh-huh.
Perhaps it has to do with being a barbarian. Perhaps it's poor emotional control. Who knows?
Well, I guess just kind of keep our distance from Curta when she's frustrated. Especially after that encounter with the bandits.
Yeah, that's fair.
Don't want to be on her bad side.
Clearly not. I think she did cleave one in twain. The worst way one could be cleft. So, Yeah, that's fair. While you're walking, however, I need you to roll me a D100.
Okay.
49. Okay. All right. A moment, please.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Excuse me. Goodness gracious. 49. As you're walking, you notice a distinct smell in the air. It's slowly crept out of nowhere, and now it is dense. You smell this smell, a smelly smell. In the air.
Smelly.
It seems to be coming from everywhere. And it is floral in nature. It almost smells of lilac, which is a very distinct scent. It seems to be all around you. The other scents carried on the wind seem to be more, normal, but the smell of lilac is one that is coming from all around you. Which is already a little weird.
Yeah.
The pathway that you're following, it seems as though the edge of the path has wrapped through this copse of trees, and suddenly there is a crystal clear, very, clean-looking pond. It's a very large pond. It's probably maybe 200 feet across. It's crystal clear. You can see all the way to the bottom of the pond. It seems almost like, compared to everything around you, the word oasis kind of appears in your mind, even though you're in a forest. That being said, this is clearly you get the sensations of peace here. Like this is a natural haven of some kind.
Does the road just continue past it, or do we have to go around it?
The road does have to go around the pond a little bit. The pathway seems to skirt around the edge of the pond a little. It's not entirely in the way, but the road definitely does compensate.
Okay. Then we are on a mission to get there as quickly as possible so we can get back.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we might, Lorelai herself might move a little slower just to, as we pass, just kind of look at it, stare at it, see if anything happens with it.
Roll a perception.
But otherwise, okay. Natural 20.
Okay. That's interesting. With a natural 20 for a 23, you're looking across the pond. You see on the far side of the pond, there is a short, cliff that clearly the pond, cuts into. It's smooth, dark gray stone, and coming down from that stone is a narrow waterfall. It's very small, and it's far enough away that you can't really even hear it unless you're listening for it. It's not like a very loud or raucous waterfall at all. With a 23, you're looking across, and in the surface of the water towards the waterfall, you catch a glimpse of the moon in reflection. A full moon. And that strikes you as weird. Because it's 3 in the afternoon, and the moon is definitely not visible in the sky.
The player knows this, and I'm wondering, with being from Taka, I guess I don't really know, but I'm guessing this is something to do with Lilith. Is that her name? The goddess?
Roll a
Am I-
religion
am
check. Do me a favor.
Am I? Am I getting
you're
that right?
you're very wrong. That's okay. Roll me a religion check to see if you
Okay.
might have a clue what's going on here.
Oh no, I don't know.
A
Nat 20,
1.
natural one.
Okay. Oh boy. All right. Yeah, it could be Lilith. Like, you look at this pond and you see a reflection of the moon and you think, wow, maybe it's just a weird formation of the clouds is making the moon appear? That's crazy.
She will stop, full stop, and
Jax bumps into you. Oh, sorry.
Hey, look, right there.
You pointed out to him?
Yeah.
Hold on, he still has
Yeah,
to
I
roll.
do.
Oh. Is that the moon?
Mm-hmm.
Why is it here? It's not in the sky. Hey, Kurta! And she just,
Oh, it's gonna annoy her.
what?
Yeah.
Jack says, look! And he points it out too. Kurta steps back and looks where he's pointing. It's the moon. So? Jax like looks at her and raises his eyebrows and then points up at the sky.
Yeah, Lorelai does the same. Like, it just looks up and just does that. The John Travolta. Like,
She just, oh. That is odd. Yeah, you don't say. Jax, like, gets low down to the water and looks in, looking up at the sky, trying to understand. And it's like a natural reflection of the moon. It seems to move a little bit as you look at it. But it doesn't ever quite go away, no matter how much you move. So, while it looks like a natural reflection of the moon, there's something in your mind that tells you that it's just a little off. It's a little weird. Also, it's a full moon. And you don't remember if last night was a full moon, but you don't think it was.
Huh. I totally got the god wrong. I'm now. This is gonna bother me.
You could
Luminos.
That's Luminos is the goddess of the full moon. Yes.
Why did I say that? Oh, okay. God of there is a Lilith. Gotcha.
There is a Lilith. Yes, she's just a god of nature.
Yep.
As Jax like twists his augmented like prosthetic eye, he looks at it. Beats me.
Yeah. Now I feel like maybe we should leave it alone.
Jax is like kneeling down. He was about to scoop some of the water out. He's like, "Oh,
just well, I'll be right behind you. Promise won't anything.
all right.
I promise nothing will happen to you.
What's the worst that could happen?" And he takes a sip. He kind of, That's the cleanest water I've ever drank. It's remarkably refreshing. And then he holds up a finger and says, "Give it a minute. I might be poisoned."
Uh-huh.
And Kurta looks at him like, "How would you know?"
If Kurta is like really close to Lorelai, the gears are turning in her soul right now, ready
Okay.
for a restore balance.
Sure. You're preparing to write something that's wrong, basically. Kurta like looks around, and she's gonna roll a nature check because she's actually proficient in that. And she rolled a 19 on the die. Okay. Kurta looks at the plants that are growing along the edge of the pond, and she just says, "This water is fresh water. It's clean. It's clear. I don't think you're poisoned. Just an idiot." Jax just looks at her
Well-
with a frown on his face.
You just got roasted.
Well,
Well, I
one of us had
guess-
to try, didn't we? And he pulls out his water skin and he goes to fill it. And then he stops because as he lifts the water skin out of the water, none of the water remains in the skin.
Hmm.
Okay.
That's a little weird. It's like a big the only thing I can think of with modern media is that basin in Harry Potter.
Oh God, I guess
Uh-huh.
yeah, it's the same thing, but horrible. That's a horrible analogy, but yeah, it's the same mechanic. He cannot gather any of the water in his water skin, but he can drink it, and he keeps like trying, like he'll take a drink, and it's clear he drank some, and he feels nourished.
This is meant to be just hey, you can drink but you can't take.
All right, well, let's make a note of where this is, and maybe if we need a place to camp on the way back, we can just stop here, because this certainly looks secure enough, doesn't it? And Kurta looks around. I'm going to roll survival for her. No. This is open and obvious.
Well, get a drink in, I guess, and she'll go up to the edge of the water, crouch down, take a handful, and take a sip.
You gain 3 to your maximum HP when you drink from it.
Perfect. Nice. All right.
That is what happens when you drink from the pond. Oh, I never short rested for Kurta. Let me do that real quick. Okay. Kurta's back to full. So yeah, Jax, you, and Kurta each gain 3 temporary hit points. 3 max hit points. It's not temp. Your max is increased by 3.
What if it was already maxed by 2?
That adds
Does
to it.
just adds to it. Okay, gotcha. All right. Quick pit stop. Let's keep going.
Okay. Let's not accidentally give Jax 3 hit points. Thank you. Chandra, you're delightful, as always.
He'll be fine.
He just falls over. I feel like an infant. Hold on. 19. All right. You have discovered.
Donors have 4 HP.
Yeah, an infant literally has less. Like, just is as frail as can be. Oh God. Anyway, you have rolled a shrine. You did not recognize who the shrine was to, but that is what you found during your travels through the forest at this hour. Roll me a d8,
Okay.
please.
All right. D8. I'm looking at the Pantheon now, and I'm just wondering. Is it the other one?
Astros?
Oh, God. Yeah.
Astros is the god of the new moon.
Uh-huh.
And you clearly saw
was a
a
full-
full moon in the pond.
Okay. Then it's Luminos.
Also, Astros, he kind of gets a bad rap.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, he's not that bad, okay? He's just
It's not
passionate.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He sounds bad. Anyway, with a 3. Okay. Hold on, I have to roll something. Okay. What's your marching order? Kurta's in front. Are you in middle or are you in back?
Yeah, I'm middle.
Hold on.
Lorelai would be middle.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm?
Roll me a d4 if you don't mind.
4.
4. Okay. Well, here we go. I'm gonna just place you on the splash image for no real purpose other than flavor and to explain where you are.
Uh-huh.
Don't think anything of it.
I'm thinking.
No, it's fine. Roll me a perception.
14.
14. All right. Your party is caught unawares.
Uh-oh.
Yep. You are suddenly attacked by a group of wolves.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that is what you rolled. So, hold on.
Is it within the 8 hours of dealing with the bandits?
Oh, it's within... Yes, it's like 5 in the evening right now. So, yes, you still have major.
Okay. Gotcha.
So, in this moment, I'm going to put you guys in initiative, but don't roll it yet, because the wolves get a surprise round.
Okay.
Okay. One wonders why their HP bars are showing. I'm not really all that concerned about it, but here we are, dealing with that reality. I'll change them as we get to their turns. It's whatever. Okay. Okay. So, here is what happens. The three of you are still musing over the pond and the strange circumstance that was. Jax is quiet, as he's very good at moving silently. But he's not very good at moving silently in the woods. He seems to be managing to find every stick to break. And every bush is just like scraping off of his armor. And he's not saying anything, but you can kind of like see in your peripheral that he's like wincing and getting annoyed at just being in the woods. And your perception with a 14, that's all you're getting. Like, you miss that the wildlife around you gets quiet when suddenly a wolf bounds out of the trees in front of you and attacks just out of nowhere.
Okay.
It leaps onto Jax. And as it does, it's going to try and bite him. A 17 will absolutely hit. Okay, hold on. It does have advantage because of the ambush. Hold on. Okay. Okay, so that is going to be... Jax takes 4 points of piercing damage. The next wolf bounds out of the woods. This one leaping on Kurta. With advantage, it misses. Kurta manages to deflect its bite, and she says, "Group up, stay close. Wolves get better when they're near each other." Which, as she says that, a wolf leaps out to attack you, Elle.
Okay.
Hold on, it's an 8 on the first roll, and then it got worse. A 7 on the second roll, so it doesn't bite you. You managed to get out of the way as it leaps towards you.
Okay.
Hold on. This wolf bounds out on the other side of Kurta, and it has advantage. Miss. Hit. Okay, so its attack, it does manage to bite Kurta for... Wow. 5 points of damage. They've already done more than the bandits. And the last wolf, it's going to leap. I'm going to roll to see who. It's going at you.
Okay.
Let's see. A natural one on the first roll. And then a dirty 20 to hit.
Okay. I don't get a reaction on this surprise round, right?
No, I'm afraid not.
Okay, never mind then.
You're like in the heat of the moment, you leap to the side from the first wolf, and then the second one just lurches out of the nearby brush and gets a bite on your shoulder.
Okay.
One.
That is.
You also take 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And in that moment, we will roll initiative. So, go ahead and do so. Oh, you're first. Look at that.
I am.
Holy shit, you're first. Yeah. Go for it, Elle. What do you do?
Okay. Panic.
Fair response.
This is difficult because I have a This is just to determine what she does.
Okay, sure.
Okay. She'll look at the wolves and she'll like pump like a fist out to like almost splay her hands, and then she pulls it back, and instead she casts mind sliver on the one on Jax.
Okay. Go for it.
15 int save.
Oh, okay. All right, so that is going to be a d20 minus 4. That is a 9.
All right. D6 damage. 3 psychic damage. And it gets a disadvantage on its... Or minus 4 to its next saving throw?
A d4 or 4?
A minus d4.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep. And then the dagger comes out, and she just kind of like splits her attention, looking back and forth between the two wolves that are on her.
Behind you, Kurta, like, says, "We stay together, we live. Stay brave."
Mm-hmm.
On the other side of you, Jack says, "Oh, sure. I'm not going anywhere." Can't. So it's the wolf on Jax's turn. That wolf kind of yelps back from the psychic damage that lances into its head, and it like looks at you, and it's going to dart next to Jax and attack you because you hurt its brain. And it does have pack tactics, so it gets advantage. But it rolled a 4 and a 5, so it doesn't hit you, I don't think.
Yeah, she'll just stick out the dagger into its teeth and just kind of like push it back.
Yeah, you managed to like almost parry it with your blade, and like a little bit of blood is drawn from the gums, and the wolf like recoils, angered that you've managed to deflect its bite. This wolf is going to attack Kurta with advantage because of pack tactics, of course. What's Kurta's AC? Does a 15 hit her? 15 just hits her. Okay. Right. Kurta takes a bite. Or gets bitten. Doesn't bite them. 6 points of piercing damage to Kurta. Kurta is now half health.
Okay.
It's now Jax's turn. Jax sees there's a lot of wolves here. But he sees the one that you hit with the mind blade, the mind splitter. And he, like, what does he do here? Does he have sneak attack? I think so. Of course he does. Yeah, he's a rogue. He's going to just stab that one, the one that you've already hit. That hits. He thrusts with the rapier with a 17 plus 6, a 25 to hit. Okay. Then sneak attack, which is level 1. Level 1. It's 1d6. Okay. So we're dealing 7 plus 4 is 11 plus a d6. 17 points of piercing damage. Okay. Jax,
play it.
Yeah, Jax thrusts the rapier into the wolf's head, and it just slumps to the ground, dead. It had 8 hit points left. As he draws the rapier out, he says, "All right, okay. They're not as hardy as they look." Kurta's who up next? She rages, and she says, "I didn't think they were that hardy." And she's going to swing. She has a great axe. She has a heavy weapon, and these wolves are adjacent to each other. So she's going to attempt to cleave.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that her attack is at disadvantage.
I'm going to restore balance on that one.
Okay. Makes it a straight roll.
Mm-hmm.
She hits the shit out of the first wolf. Okay, so that's going to be a d12 plus 5 plus 2. Big swing. Okay, so it's 5 plus 5 is 10 plus 2 is 12. She slays the first wolf at the start of the cleave. Just like the blade cleaves right through the skull of the wolf, and it slumps to the ground immediately. The great axe, carrying the momentum, swings to the next wolf.
So I kind of want to flavor the restore balance on that. On the handle where the axe blade is, there is a translucent golden cog that is ticking around it.
Oh, like wrapped around the haft?
Yeah.
Okay, let me...
like where the blade is.
Gotcha.
Like just below the blade.
Okay, so as, like, in the rage, she takes this wild swing, and where it might have been cast off to the side, the gear rights the angle of the axe, and it just, like, right through the wolf's head. Kurta's not even looking at that wolf. Her head is turned to the other wolf, and she's just bringing all of her weight and momentum through the swing. She just gets this grim, fangy smile on her face when she feels the axe bite through the first one. And as the great axe just continues forward, it's almost like a baseball swing as she finishes it off. Let's roll that attack. This one is a disadvantage, I'm afraid.
Yep.
So the first one was an 8 plus 7 is a 15, which would hit. And the second one is a 10 plus 7, so she hits. Okay. So another d12 plus 7. 11 plus 7. She kills 2 wolves in one huge swing.
Oh, yeah.
With me, you two will live. And Jack's just like, you're right. Okay. 3 wolves slain in the first round after the surprise. The last 2 wolves are, like, they're low on their haunches. I'm going to roll basically a bestial morality check to see if they flee. Okay. All right. They don't flee. One of them is on you, but just watched Kurta kill 2 of its pack, so I'm going to roll. It's weighted to attack her. I'm rolling a d6 on a 1 or a 2. It will attack you. That's a 2. So it's going after you, Elle.
Okay.
It has advantage because pack tactics. 21 to hit.
That hits.
Yeah. Okay. 4, 5, 7 points of piercing damage to you.
Okay, 7. Jeez. All right.
How are you looking?
Oh, I'm not even through the temp tree.
Okay.
I had like almost. I had 29 HP with temp.
I see. Okay. All right. Eating good in the neighborhood. All right. That wolf tried. The next wolf. It's same rule. I'm going to roll a d6 to see if it attacks you or Kurta. 2 again. It's attacking you.
Okay.
All right. It's a good thing you got all that temp. 4.
A smaller target, I guess. Easy prey.
6 points of piercing damage.
Okay, now we're into...
Now you got actually bit?
Yeah.
Okay. The magical barrier that was reinforced by the hardiness of what you had eaten is just suddenly bursts, and you feel the teeth into your arm, and blood seeps down to your wrist. However, there's only 2 wolves left. You're up.
All right. Imagine the bite is on her arm, and she's kind of like just... she tries to shake it off, and she flips the dagger into her free hand, and she just kind of stabs down into its neck, or tries to at least.
Sure, go for it. Make an attack.
Yeah. Ah, that's pretty good. 22.
22.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that absolutely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
For 6 points of damage.
Okay. The wolf is suddenly looking terrible.
Amazing. Little help.
I'm right here! And Drax is literally like... He's like trying to kick this dead wolf away. And Jax will bonus action disengage and get to the back of this wolf to try and finish it off. With advantage, which is good because the first one was a 2. A 12, he hits for a lot. Sneak attack. I dropped that d6. That's okay, I've got more. 6 plus 5 is he kills it. He kills the wolf that you just stabbed. So as it's like bitten onto your arm, Jax's rapier thrusts deep into its back, and you just feel it go limp. Its teeth just scraping off of your arm.
Huh?
You alright?
Yeah. She just kind of checks the jack. Damn it.
It's alright, we can mend it. And he runs over to the other wolf. And it's now Kurta's turn, who turns, sees the last wolf, and she raises the great axe high over her head and brings it down as if cutting wood. Unfortunately, Jax could not quite get into flanking, but Kurta will move over. So she has advantage. And she hits. D12 plus 7. She deals 15 points of damage. The wolf is slain. As quick as the combat started, it has already settled. And there are 4 slain wolves in the area, or 5, I can count. 5 slain wolves in the area around you.
Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, she's like, as soon as it's over, the threat is gone. She just kind of shakes her arm out and hisses in pain and looks down at the jacket. It's her favorite jacket, too, so she takes it off and checks the damage, rolls up her sleeve to show the bite.
Come here. And Kurta is already, like, unpacking a large wrap. And it seems like it's like a very plain beige cloth that she's already putting some herbs into. She's going to perform a healer's check on you with a healer's kit. Do you let her?
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay. You are healed for 8.
Cool. Full HP.
And she does the same for herself. Hold on, I have to end the encounter. Otherwise, we're going to have measurement tools all over the place. All right. She heals herself for the same amount. And then she gestures for Jax to approach as well. And he will. He is healed for 6. That done, she finally puts this bandage that's clearly been like treated with all sorts of herbs. She puts it away, and she looks at the two of you and she says, "You didn't run. That is good. I was worried you might."
Yeah, well, we were kind of surrounded.
Curtis just looks at you.
Just pointing out the obvious. I'm gonna run anyway, but
Then I shall hope the rest of our foes also surround us.
I'm not gonna run.
I was joking. And
Mm.
Jax just, haha, right. It sounded like it. It would have sounded better in Giant.
I need to check something real quick.
Okay. Was this a mark against staying because Kurt is a fucking bitch?
No.
Okay.
This is more something is I need to check where it's at.
Okay.
Because it'd probably be visible now with the sleeves rolled up and the jacket off. Is that why don't I have it saved?
I don't know.
Okay, so on her wrist is a tattoo.
Okay.
On the inside of her wrist is that a 3 triangles interlocked into a bigger triangle.
Okay. Does this have a connotation that the others might know, or is this a personal tattoo?
It's a personal tattoo.
Okay. Hold on. Jack says, "Oh, look at you, a bad girl with an ink."
She'll look down at her right wrist and just kind of hold it. Mm-hmm. We'll go with that.
He smiles, and he pulls down the tunic underneath his armor a little bit, and you can see the head of a dragon, like, just peering up. It's clearly a red dragon, and it's very ostentatious. It's the sort of tattoo that one would get not for a magical purpose. It's like a showing off tattoo, but you can see the ink of the tattoo is already fading. So it looks like whoever did the tattoo didn't do a very good job.
Okay.
But the clear expression on his face is he's got a very cheeky grin. He looks proud.
You'd fit in nicely in Taka.
Oh, you think so?
No.
Wow.
You ready to go?
Kurta is looking between the two of you. And she says, "If you want more coin, these pelts will be worthwhile back at the tannery."
see what you can do, because I have no practice whatsoever in doing whatever you're about to do.
Would you like to learn?
I'll watch.
That is not how you learn.
How do you know that?
She, stops and looks at you. In the tribe, those who only watch never do. They always watch.
I don't know if I'll be much help, but if you need help, I will help.
I do not need help.
Okay.
I am offering a lesson.
Lesson away, then.
So the way that this has happened, you have not convinced her that you want to learn. If you do, roll a persuasion. If you don't, you can leave it as is.
Just to keep her happy, I will roll persuasion.
I don't know if Elle will like this, but okay.
Oh, no. Oh. 12. It's half-hearted.
Okay. 12. Let me roll insight. She rolled a 7 on her insight. So she just smiles and says, "Good." And she just, points to the spot on the ground next to her near the corpse of one of the wolves.
You okay?
Come
She
here.
doesn't move. Oh. She'll step up into that spot.
Okay. Kneel. You will want to focus and get close for this.
She takes a knee.
She holds out her hand, and she just says, "Your hand."
Okay. This is very intimate.
You need to learn the motions. I will have to show you.
Okay. I will. She'll extend her hand.
She takes your hand, not rudely or crudely, but she's very, very strong. And she puts, you don't even know where she had it, a very, blackened, ornate-looking handmade bone knife in your hand. And with it in your hand, she then presses the edge of the blade down on, the base of the neck of the wolf. And before you can protest or do anything, Kurta just... It's almost like unzipping the back of the wolf with the knife. Roll me a survival with advantage because Kurta's helping you. And a wisdom saving throw because this is grotesque.
Okay, well... that's a 15.
That's pretty good.
Wisdom saving throw. Yeah, once it's done, she drops the knife and backs up. Yeah, that's okay.
Your first cut is remarkably smooth, and then you see, the pelt peel away, and you get a glimpse of the still blood and the bone and muscle underneath it, and you just feel just like a wave of nausea just build up in you immediately, and you have to make space or you're going to upcheck all over the place.
Yeah, she just drops the blade and just backs up. All right.
You are young. You will learn more later. And Kurta looks very pleased as she continues dismantling this carcass.
Okay.
What about you? And she looks at Jax, and Jax looks at you, and then back to Kurta. And then at the skinned body of the wolf, and Jax just is gonna roll. I'm good. Nope. I think you'll do it better, and I'll just mess it up anyway. And he turns around.
Elle has backed up and like perched up on this cliff, just sat down.
Curta just shrugs and continues dismantling the wolf carcasses. I'm going to roll her survivals. Far cry from Kalen, huh?
Uh-huh. he would have been all over it.
Okay. Curta just rolled 2 16s, an 18, and a 17. And then a natural 20. So it takes like 10 minutes. And like from your vantage point, she's very methodical. It's clear she's done this thousands of times. There's nothing disrespectful or gross about it. She basically cuts the skin off the wolves, piles up the carcasses to the side, and then cleanly scrapes all of the hides and then rolls them up. And once she's done, the hides clearly need to be cured, but they're not gross anymore. There's no like muscle or flesh hanging from them, and she just ties them to her pack and stands up.
Yeah, in that 10 minutes, she's like kind of watching, and she's sat on this cliff, knees up, and she's kind of got her left hand kind of rubbing with her thumb on that tattoo. Looking down at it a few times, but otherwise just watching in silence.
As that's happening, I think Jax would inevitably notice, and he's looking for any excuse to not be near that. So he kind of like strolls near you, and while Kurt is working, he just says, "What's that for?" "I'll tell you mine if you tell me yours."
I'm gonna ask for a persuasion check.
Okay. Persuasion from Jax. Okay.
And I will roll.
I rolled a 17 on the die for a 21. Yo, this die is rolling bombs for everybody. Goodness gracious. Okay.
Okay. And 15 on the wisdom. She'll just mutter. There was 2 others like it. A collective. A promise. Did I pick up, or
No, I didn't. I didn't hear you.
Oh,
all I heard was just a promise.
Oh, gotcha. So she'll just say there was 2 others like it. A collection, a promise.
2 others. Oh, so there's other folks matching you.
Mm-hmm.
I get that. He's like waiting to see if you're going to say more.
Yep. Interconnected, intertwined. It was supposed to be forever.
But it wasn't.
No.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, me too.
Well, he like is slowly unbuttoning the leather jack of his armor. And he reveals more of the tattoo. And it is not well drawn. The tattoo is identifiably a red dragon. But it is clear it was done by someone who was not a professional tattoo artist, or likely not even an amateur tattoo artist. Jax smirks as he looks at it, and he says, "Well, this was done by my sister, who was
Look over.
who was 12 at the time."
12.
Yep.
You let a 12-year-old make something permanent on you.
I did. It's not that bad, considering. And he's like looking down at it. Like you can tell what it is, right? It's a red dragon.
Or a red lizard. One of the two.
No, see, it's got the crown. And he's like pointing at it with one hand.
Her hands will stop rubbing that tattoo and her wrists will rest on the top of her knees. Well, if you're happy with it, isn't that the most important part?
Of course I am. And of course it is. And he just smiles and begins to button back his jack.
So where's that sister now?
Well, he's like, seems to be trying to find the words for it. I'd like you to roll a persuasion check.
Okay. Oh, that's very good. 26.
He lets out a slow sigh, and he sits down next to you on the cliff while Kurt is working. She passed away.
Miles just is gone. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, me too. I was supposed to be gone too.
What happened?
Oh, you know, my folks were into the wrong business and, well, it got them targeted.
What do you mean?
I need another persuasion. To see how far into this Jax is willing to go.
Sure. Ah! You know, Pen's gonna be proud of me. I'm gonna re-roll that. I have one left.
Okay. Yep. Go ahead.
No! Damn it! 12. Oh, bye-bye.
So 12 is the better one?
Yeah.
He just kind of tuts, looking down at his feet and looking at Kurta. Oh, you know, just the wrong people. Wanted them dead, and so they were.
And your sister was a part of that?
I don't think it was on purpose, but it didn't really matter. They wanted all of us, I think. Explosion will do that.
Yeah.
She really is quite quick with that, isn't she?
When you've been doing it forever? It seems like she has.
From here, it doesn't even look that gross. I mean, I know it is. I was right there, and it smelled. I'll never forget that smell. Okay. Like of salt and meat. Ugh. But from here, it's not so bad. What do you think her deal is?
I think she wears her anger like armor.
Are you trying to be poetic?
A little bit.
It was pretty good.
Thanks.
I think you're right, though. She definitely likes to keep people at a distance by being angry. And when you're so good at being angry, who am I to argue?
Yeah. And from what she said, she's the last one. And when you lose people, it's like where those people were, walls get built. Tough
Oh, sure.
walls.
Yeah, you're right about that.
And people deal with it in different ways.
Some better than others.
She nods to that.
As Kurta finishes and puts the pelts on her back, he says, "Oh, we best not keep her waiting."
Yeah. Let's get going.
He climbs down off the cliff, and as he does, Kurta, situates the pack on her back, and she says, "These pelts will bring back quite a pretty coin. We did a good job killing them cleanly."
Good.
That
Jax,
one...
you...
Go ahead.
Oh, she holds up her jacket, her leather jacket. You said you could fix it.
Oh, sure. Might
wanna
want to
try?
wait. Not right now. We have to walk, but I could do it at camp.
Okay,
You don't want me to do that while walking. It's not going to go well.
that works. So she'll keep the jacket off, but she'll drape it over her tattoo and just kind of hold it in front of her as she walks.
Yep. If you insist, Jax will try to do it while you're walking, but he will be doing
She
it as a
doesn't
penalty.
insist.
Okay.
Nah.
And so, with that happening at around 5 in the evening, your party continues onward. I need you to roll me a d8.
Okay. 7.
7. You continue your journey uneventfully until it begins to get dark. As you continue onward, you gain some ground on the time that you had lost before. And when Kurta finally says, "It's time to make camp. We'll be arriving within maybe 11 hours tomorrow. So we need to get rested."
Okay. Well, where should we make camp?
I'm looking.
You're with two city folk. I'm sorry.
I am noticing.
Uh-huh. Where's the inn out here? She jokes. It's a clear joke.
Kurta just kind of grimly says, "On your back," as she's looking around in the forest. She rolls really well on survival, though. A 22. No. I'm looking at the wrong character sheet. No, that was the right character sheet. A 22. And she points to a clearing in the copse off the path. "That is where we will camp. Off the road, out of view. Safe."
Okay.
And she leads the way. Have you ever camped out of doors before?
Does a drunken knight falling asleep on the cliffs of Taka count?
No.
Okay, then no.
Jax shakes his head. All right. Never had to teach 2 whelps before, but this will be fine. And she, like, begins the process of showing you how to make a fire. And she tells Jax to do his best trying to set up a tent. Jax will roll. He's smart. Okay, yeah, he figures it out. Jax builds the tent. It's shaky, and not... Like, the angles are not perfect. It's a little janky looking, but it's solid enough. Kurta looks at the tent and is just like, that'll do. Yeah, I need you to roll me a survival at disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's not bad. 14.
A 14. The DC was 10. It takes some time, but using your tinderbox, the flint and steel, you do manage to make a fire. If you had felt inclined to attempt to do it with magic, Kurta would have immediately stopped you.
Well, I didn't need to.
Yep, you did it. You did it right the first time. And Kurta seems pleased as the fire grows healthily. Well done. Nice work. I will begin making supper. And she, like, pulls out a pan and immediately begins, like, searing what you didn't realize she had, a bunch of wolf meat. That she's already, like, spicing with herbs and such.
I'm going to roll something. Would wolf meat be something that would have been available?
Oh, it would have been a budget option. You would have, it's cheap food. It's economy food, basically. It's the sort of thing that, depending on where you live, like, it's like venison. You would eat it if you had to. It's not sought after, but when you're hungry, you're hungry. You know what I mean? It's sure something she would have seen at the Temple of Melisandre a lot from volunteers bringing it in.
Oh, then yeah, she's probably had it.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Wolf meat, deer meat, bear meat, badger meat, all these like weird forest creatures, you would have had all of it at some point. You wouldn't have had to do the preparing or the hunting, but you would have ate it if you had been staying at the Temple of Melisandre.
All right. Then she'll just like look over it and a little more salt, please. I want the gaminess is not great.
Kurta glances up at you as she adds like a handful of these weird green like roots, like tubers into the pan. And she says, "Let me do my work."
Okay. She'll go sit down.
Yeah. Jax like is currently sitting underneath the tent and already has your coat in hand as he's working at it. And when you sit down, he just says, "Almost bit your head off she did there."
How's that coming along?
Oh, fine. I've patched much worse things than this. The nice thing about wolf teeth is they're holes. They're just little punctures, so it's easy to get in there and just get it nice and closed up. No fabric lost. Just reconnected. He rolled a natural 20 on his tailoring check.
Oh,
so
perfect.
It's like it's clear he knows exactly what he's doing, or he's faking it incredibly well. And by the time he finishes mending your coat, dinner is ready, which is wolf meat and these potato tubers, which you've never seen before. You don't know where she got them. She then also hands you a little burlap sack. It's very small. It's like the size of a golf ball. And she just says, "If you need more salt, add it yourself."
Okay. Thanks.
And she just sits down with her own like clay plate and begins to eat her own portion. You gain 10 temporary hit points.
Holy. All right.
Yeah. As far as wolf meat goes, it's a little tough. Curda didn't really seem to bother to tenderize it or soften it much, but the flavor is way better than you remember.
Oh. Yeah, I think she'll like try it without the extra bit of salt, and then once she figures out that it's actually pretty good, she'll put the salt down.
Yep. When she sees you didn't add the salt, you see like a small smile like creep into the corner of Curda's face, but she doesn't comment. It's just like a little flush of pride that you managed to catch a glimpse of.
This is really good.
Thank you. I'm glad you like it.
She'll just nod and just continue eating.
Uh,
So, what are these things, though? And she'll point to the tubers.
She looks at it, and then she just says, "Kaudu."
What's that?
Not from around here. It's a plant. You cut it right and you boil it. It keeps for a long time. It stays soft. Easy to eat. Good road rations.
Okay.
When you eat them, they have the texture of like a thick pasta, which is not what you expected. They have a very earthy, like nutty flavor to them, but the texture is literally like a very thick udon noodle, basically.
Okay. So she'll spear one end of the tuber, and then like on half the field fork, and then spear a chunk of meat and just like twirl the tuber around the chunk of meat and one bite.
It's really good. You are surprised at how good it is.
Perfect. Camping's easy.
It can be. This is gentle land. Jax looks at her and says, "What's not gentle land?" Curda just tilts her head as she eats, and then she just says, "Mountains, plains, desert, any place where food or water is hard to find, any place where the weather makes it hard to sleep. This night's pleasant, the air is cool. We only have to fend for our food, not our comfort." Oh. He doesn't say anything else.
Well, to good food and good company.
I drink to that. And he raises his water skin. Aye. Likewise.
She'll raise her own.
With the impromptu toast, your party eats dinner, and then the conversation about what watch order you wish to take should happen. However, because your party is only 3, there is going to be a 2-hour section where no one is watching, and it's usually the last watch. If you have any ideas how to maybe create an alert or maybe a noise trap or something.
Well, gosh, she doesn't know this yet. Well, maybe she does. Maybe.
Do you have the alarm spell?
I do.
I mean, so you can have her surmise like there needs to be a way to like create a warning if something is approaching the camp, and then just intuitively understand that.
Yeah. Maybe this is a point where things are winding down and the ticking starts being incessant, like anticipation,
Sure.
like she should know what to do right now. And she takes a moment to stand up and step on the edges of the camp that they've created.
Mm-hmm.
And then when she gets to a certain point, the ticking stops. She looks down at her feet and something within tells her to crouch down and drag a finger from the corner of the camp just above the dirt and starts tracing, and in its wake, the fingertip, out of the fingertip is a thin golden string that just comes out of it.
You hear behind you Jax just go, "What's she doing?" You don't have to reply.
Uh-huh. She's focused right now, and she casts Alarm.
Do you cast this using a spell slot since it's your first try trying it, or you do a ritual?
I have to cast it as a spell slot. I don't have the ritual tag on it.
Ah, okay. So you trace your finger along the perimeter of the camp, and you create an alarm, your first ever alarm spell. And the gold line that follows you, once the alarm is complete, you intuitively know that this is going to happen. The gold line seems to vanish. And now that the alarm is placed, you consider Jax and Kurta in your mind, and you know, just instinctively, that they won't trigger it. Unless you want them to.
I think we're good. Yeah. I think we're good.
What did you just do?
It felt right. Like I was supposed to protect this area.
And behind you, Kurta, who is like carving something of wood, just looks up and says, "Good instincts."
Yeah. We'll call it that.
I don't know what else you would call it. As Kurta is like settling in, she just mostly says that to herself. Jax is like looking between the two of you, and he just gives you like an awkward smile and says, "Fascinating."
I think both of you can move out of it, but if something comes in, somehow I think I'll know.
Sounds like a fun experiment. And he stands up, and he just like jumps on where you drew the line. Nothing happens.
She just shrugs.
I don't know what I expected.
I don't know either. This is the first time. First time I've casted. I think it's a spell. It's got to be a spell, right? I'm a sorcerer. I do spells.
You certainly are.
She thumbs up.
He just smiles and thumbs up back, and then plops down on his bedroll and says, "We'll find out the hard way if it doesn't work."
So, do we want the first or the last? Do we want to trust this, or do we want to trust it at the end of the night?
Leave it for the last. Just before dawn is the least likely predator attack. Predators are hungry at the beginning of the night. towards the day they're looking for places to rest and what they have killed or found.
Okay.
You know a lot about just being out here. Curta just looks at him and says, "You think?" "Well, yeah. I'll take first watch."
Is it okay if I take the last?
That's fine with me. Means I get to go to bed, and he does. If you want to have a conversation with either of your party members before going to bed, you totally can.
It's been a long day.
It has, yeah.
Yeah. No, she goes to sleep.
Okay. The only noise you hear is the quiet crackle of the campfire and the gentle just of Curta carving something of wood. And as you settle in,
When she gets into her bedroll, she'll be turned towards the fire and just kind of look at it. And then at a certain point, she'll turn away from it because she can't look at the fire any longer.
Trauma.
Thanks for that. Yeah, trauma.
That was
exactly.
that wasn't like a voice over the forest. Trauma. No.
God.
My bad. Anyway, as you settle in for the night, Curta takes her first watch. A moment.
That trauma had like sparklies on the end of them. Just...
Trauma. Okay. Nothing happens during Curta's watch. Jax rolls trash on perception. You are awoken for your watch.
Oh, okay. Not by the bell.
No.
Gotcha. All right.
Jax like wakes you up, and he's like, "I didn't see anything. Your turn." And he lays down.
Okay. All right. She'll take a seat on whatever is available. Rock, a log, whatever.
Yeah. You see that over the fire are 6 javelins that are currently hardening near the heat. They're entirely wood.
Oh, okay.
Those were not there before you went to bed.
She's so efficient. Wow. I'm gonna do nothing. Is the fire like basically embers right now?
No, they've been keeping it up, so it's healthy. It's just not huge. It's basically a cook fire.
Okay. Yeah, she'll keep her eyes on the surrounding darkness.
Roll me
And,
a D100.
D100. How about a 55?
Okay. Roll me a D12.
$11.
11. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. This might be weird. Oh, okay. Sure. 11. All right. Sorry. This is all right. All right. The flavor here is astounding. The dice tell a story. As you're seated there, what are you doing during your watch? And you're looking around, paying attention to your surroundings.
I think idle hands are her worst enemy. And she doesn't really have anything to do other than, she's going to be practicing the whole I need my notes for this. Session notes. The ritual of the tethered flame.
Okay.
Just keep on practicing that over and over and over and over again.
Okay.
Until it becomes a mantra.
All right.
And the spell she just keeps doing is like a sorcerer burst.
Yeah.
Sorcerer's burst. And she is putting fire within the ritual and squelching it.
Okay.
Or holding it. I think it's holding rather than release. But if she can squelch it, if she can just let it dissipate, she'd rather do that.
Your efforts around the flame and how much of your life has been shaped around fire. It has this uncanny influence on you and the way you think and the way you behave, especially around the thoughts of Inferno and what happened, the horrible thing that happened. As you're focusing on this ritual and the flame is being, expanded and compressed and contained and slowly quenched and then reignited, and then that constant ebb and flow of those flames, I'd like you to roll me a perception. Another one.
22.
22. You catch as the campfire in front of you in this quiet night. There's always just a couple little sputters as a damp log, a small pocket of moisture expands and bursts, and the flames crackle and spit and sizzle. Over the last couple, you notice, beyond your ritual, in the corner of your eye, the sparks that flick out of the campfire. They spiral up in a unique shape before dissipating, and it's very small. It's very minor and minute. It's something that just looks pretty, like the twisting of almost the impression of a tornado, but in microscopic size almost, as these flames spiral up and out of the campfire. And you watch as a couple of the sparks flitter up and then land in the soil and on the rocks outside the campfire as you're still concentrating on your ritual. And then you feel a strange easiness spread. And you're not sure where the ease comes from, but you feel a peace that coincides with a particularly harsh crackle from the campfire. And you see a tiny mote of ember flit towards you. You don't feel afraid of it as it slowly drifts lazily on the currents in the air. It floats towards you as your hands are performing this ritual, and you watch as it lands on the back of your left hand. And as it sits there, it doesn't burn, but it glows red hot like it should be burning. It doesn't. What do you do?
She'll just stop the ritual that she's doing. She was at the start of it, so there was nothing lost. But she'll just have her hand, her fingers splayed as she just watches it. She's not afraid of it, so she just kind of curiously thinks, have I controlled you? Have I done it?
The ember that you're asking the question to seems to flit like an answer, as if acknowledging that you're speaking to it.
All right. What? What do you want me to say?
The spark, this tiny little ember, that as you're looking at it, it's like the smoke that's billowing off of it creates a silhouette. And you cannot help but get the impression it's like a tiny, tiny form. Like a very, very small humanoid shape. The size of an ant on the back of your hand.
What's up? What are you doing here?
I mean, do you, like, I want to try and get a vibe of how, like, do you pull your hand up close to get a good look? Are you holding it, like, at a distance because of the fact that it's an ember on your hand? How is Elle reacting to this?
She's just kind of like, she's curious. She's not afraid of it. Like, as you said,
Mm-hmm.
so she'll just kind of like bring it up to eye level, like
You
not
realize,
like right up to her face, but she'll like same distance from where she's looking, but it just comes up, you know?
yeah, as you bring it close, you can see this tiny figure made of ember. It's truly small, but you realize it is in ash coming from its own form, drawing a tiny shape on the back of your hand.
All right. No. What are you doing?
The form, like, stops, and, like, in the smoky silhouette, it almost, like, you get the impression that it's looking up at you and has paused. It's drawing. And for some scale, the size of the shape it's drawing is like a mole. It's very, very tiny.
Um. Okay. Well, continue. I want to know what you're doing.
You watch as the form, like, bows back down and continues to draw this shape. And then it's very slow and tedious, but you can see the shape of almost like a candle flame appearing on the back of your hand. And then the instant this form finishes the shape of the candle flame, it's with a... It flashes in a spark and bright light, and the form is gone. And then, much larger than the original shape that she drew, there is this... It's like the size of a dime on the back of your hand. It's the shape of a candle flame. Perfectly embedded in black on the back of your hand. And as you look at it, the black seems to sift as if it's made of coal.
That she will just kind of like hover her other fingertips over it and just kind of lightly just press on top of it.
It feels like flesh. It feels like your hand. You feel it all the way.
Does it wipe off or go away? Does it
Not at all.
smudge on her finger?
Not at all.
Okay,
It seems like it was always part of you.
She'll swipe her hand over it a few times.
Nope. It does not move.
What?
You have rolled the boon of the borrowed spark.
Oh no.
When you cast a spell that deals fire damage, once per turn, you may add your sorcerer level to that spell's damage.
Oh.
That symbol,
so an extra die?
you add your sorcerer's level to the damage. Just flat.
Gotcha. So one.
One at the moment, but I mean, at higher levels, that will get much scarier. As you're looking at it, Lorelei, you, a native of Taka, keenly recognize one of the most well-known religious symbols in the Pantheon. You have the mark of Ana on the back of your hand. The goddess of flame and purification.
She just like her eyes go wide at that, and she'll just like bring her hand up and just pinch, like drag her hand across her face, pinch the bridge of her nose. Great.
You have heard stories of divine boons being placed upon individuals that a divine deems as worthy, or it strikes their fancy or whim to grant them a boon. And you sit here and you recognize it's a minor boon, but it is a blessing granted to you by Ana for some reason, whether you understand it or not.
Okay, I need to add this boon, I guess.
The borrowed spark. Add a sorcerer's level of damage to any fire spell you cast once per turn.
Borrowed spark.
Can't believe you rolled it. I cannot believe you rolled a divine boon and then you rolled a nah. Okay.
Add sorcerer level in damage to any fire spell. Once per turn?
Once per turn.
I think at that, when she notices, when she sees it, she'll stand up from her seated position and she'll like look up to the heavens. So what am I supposed to do with this?
You hear a voice come from behind you. From the fire. Whatever you feel is right.
Whatever I feel is right? What do you...
When you turn and look at the campfire, you see there is this... It's like a silhouette made of flame, like standing in the campfire. It's only like 4 inches tall. And you don't see any features, but it's the shape of a woman. You have the right spirit.
Right spirit.
You know more than most the dangers of flame.
Yeah. It took everything from me.
It did. And with it, you can build everything else.
I don't see that right now.
I know, my child, I know. But you will. Trust in you as I do.
You trust me with this.
Of course I do.
I don't.
Yet. Let yourself prove it to you.
I don't know if I can right now.
You do not have to. You have your whole life before you. And in it there will be great things. There will be terrible things. And this is just one of many tools you will acquire. Respect them, and they will treat you as well as you deserve. And you deserve it all. Good luck. And this shape just... And there's just like a sharp crack, and smoke billows out of the campfire harsher than it did before. And then all is back to normal. Well, not all, but the fire is.
She'll slump back into the seat that she was there on, and her eyes are wet. Her nose runs, and she sniffs back. And she looks towards the golden thread. Trust it. Okay. Whatever you say. And she'll go to bed early.
Okay. You trust your alarm spell, you end your watch early, you crash, and you go to sleep. And as you do, that is where we're going to call tonight's session.
Oh.
A nod, dude. Okay, that's so interesting.
Fuck.
I wish I planned that. Damn it. I would have written something way better. Okay.
Good.
As we come to the end of the session, I hope you had a good time. Thank you for playing with me. To all of you who are at home or at work watching, hi Penn, hi Sleepy, hi Emily, hi class, hi everybody else. We love you all, and I wish you a good night.